Anin, the Magdish Indigenous Cause, and welcome back to Niiji Sobriety Chat. Um, so today I went up to Ely, and Ely's always kind of difficult. I got like a lot of my childhood PTSD gets going. Anxiety is just through the roof, and usually when I leave Ely, I feel like crawling like right out of my skin. Now, see, Ely, my grandparents raised me, and they just weren't nice people. Also, there was a neighbor who molested me from when I was 6 till I was 13. And, I go up to Ely now and it seems so cold and uninviting as far as, being a past resident. And I think, when I go up there, I'm kind of hoping to desensitize myself to my anxiety about it. But that, yeah, I don't know if that's ever going to go away. But one time back in the 90s, after my grandmother died, we lived on a corner. And when I was growing up, we lived on a corner. And when I was back in the 90s, so the three other neighbors at that intersection each individually came up to me and apologized to me for, for not doing anything. Angie Musich, she would have me stay at her house a lot, and she pretty much said that she was just trying to protect me. Marty Lochner, he was across the street, across Conan Street, and one night he pulled me aside in the bar, and he apologized, and he just said, back then in the 70s, you just you didn't report that kind of thing. You just minded your own business. And then my uncle Albert, who lived kitty corner, he one time in the bar back in the 90s pulled me aside, and he apologized for not being able to do more. I know my Auntie April, he told me that my Auntie April did a lot to keep me over there to, not, constantly keep me away from my grandparents, but, to give me a break from it. And they were, psychologically abusive. Every day of my life, my grandmother told me I was stupid, I would never amount to anything. No wonder you don't have any friends, and you'll never hold a job, and you'll never go to school. Of course, and then we're Catholics too, so, anytime I acted up, I was going to burn in hell. Why would you tell a little kid that they're going to burn in hell? And that fucked me up for a long time. So anyhow, today I was up there. I had lunch with one of my high school friends, Frank. It was cool. It was good to see Frank. And then I just kind of went and about my thing. I went and see, even though, and everybody else in the family except me was great. They were all smarter, all better looking, all thinner, And I went and so today I went up to the cemetery and I edged out along her headstone and I scrubbed that up. And And I kind of do that, I like to say I'm doing it out of respect, but not so much. I'm like really, maybe it's part of, my healing, but I do it out of spite. Because, well, I'm there, so it needs to be done. That's plain and simple. But, while I'm doing it, I'm always asking her, where's the great Jerry? Where's my mom or my cousins? Nobody else gives a shit. They probably don't even know where the fuck her grave is. And it was, overgrown, and ravens were there to watch me and help me. And then one flew right over her grave when I was leaving. So, to me, that's a good sign. To me, ravens are good. They are communicators. They watch all. Smarter than some people I know. But, yeah, so I, that's what I did today. And like I said, the anxiety when I get up there, especially after like 2 hours, just overwhelming. Like I said, I feel like crawling right out of my fucking skin. Yeah, and just, and also other things, people that I would like to see, they're all fucking dead and gone. And so many things have changed. I don't think I've been up to Ely in like over 5 years. It looked like 5 years worth of growth on her headstone. So yeah, and I guess, I know I'm going to feel anxiety when I go up there, but I do it anyhow. And I'm hoping, like someday I'm just going to get over it. But who knows? Maybe not. I don't know. So I guess just end up with saying, have a safe and sober weekend, and we'll see you all next week. Gigawabman.